Welcome, guys.
Hey, you guys. Hey, so we watched a movie tonight that I've actually seen tonight. We watched it tonight.
You did not.
I watched it today, you're right.
It was a few days ago.
I watched it like a couple minutes ago.
Awesome. You're ready to go.
I'm watching it in the future, but I'm coming back to the past to review it, so.
I'm watching it. I'm just losing my mind.
I'm 42, actually.
So.
I'm seeing the ghosts of the people that I killed.
Oh, Rose.
Okay, so
we watched.
Let's talk about this beer first.
Oh, okay. Sure.
This is a Finger Lakes beer here.
Local Mocha Stout by Cuca Brewing Company.
So guys, this is a Martin Scorsese film, which I was not warned about.
Actually, this guy kind of looks like Martin Scorsese, so.
Perfect.
Oh, I love Martin Scorsese eyebrows. They're all over the place. Actually, when I cut yours, sometimes I think about him.
So we watched a Martin Scorsese movie for Burn After Watching it.
Yeah, and not just
Martin Scorsese.
Listen.
Famed director.
So listen, he doesn't know my background. I took a Martin Scorsese film class in college because I was a film major.
I didn't even know that till right now. I was this day old.
Then I promptly got pregnant. So anyway,
from the films.
No, but like with semen.
Oh, well, okay, that's fine.
Like I made it.
You look like Martin Scorsese got you pregnant.
No, God,
shit.
He got me pregnant.
With
love of films.
Dan,
it was funny because I told him, I was like, I don't know if I watched this in this class, like if I watched this film in that class, but I know I've seen it. And I texted my best friend Jillian, who also was in the class with me, and she was like, I've seen it, but I don't know if I watched it in the class. So I've seen it before, but we watched Bringing Out the Dead.
Bring Out Your Dead!
Yeah,
that one.
A movie from 1999, but that takes place in the early 90s.
Oof. Yeah,
in New York City.
Yeah, like definitely feels more like the late 80s New York.
Yeah.
Though.
This
like,
movie has star power, guys.
Like
it's
all
insane.
the star power.
We're gonna have to talk about that because there's a lot.
I'm
like,
sorry.
like,
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
And you're like, what is going on? So of course this film is taking place in New York City, like the shittiest New York City,
like,
the shittiest version of New York City.
Yeah, like Hell's Kitchen, New York City, early 90s, and it's the middle of summer. It's super hot.
Every person in this movie is a stereotype of some sort.
Yes. Oh, God.
You know, whether
like in the worst,
worst,
weirdest, over the top way.
Yeah. And like this really to me it almost feels like a stage play, but it's actually based on a book, and you can tell it's based on like one of not like a good book, but like a book that's like Dan Brown, like in
early 90s. This was my one-hit wonder novel about New York City and EMTs working in New York City.
EMTs.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, so gritty.
Like everyone is so jaded, and we're all so hot.
Guys, this movie has Nicolas Cage.
Yep.
Patricia Arquette.
Yeah.
John Goodman. Bing Rames.
Yeah.
Tom fucking Sizemore.
That's what I literally said. I was like, Tom fucking Sizemore's in this movie.
Martin Scorsese is one of the voices in here. Oh, this
Queen
is me.
Latifah is the other dispatcher.
Yeah.
It also has
Queen Latifah. I noticed it immediately too. I was like, this is
Mark Anthony.
In
his starring
best role
I've ever
and Cliff Curtis is a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Guy from Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, and from a movie we're definitely gonna watch on this eventually, which is the last
Airbender.
Avatar, the Last Airbender. Yeah.
We already watched
did.
it.
You watched that movie?
Yes.
When?
It was like a year ago.
Yeah, like
I never watched that movie.
8 months ago.
No, we totally. You're gonna go back.
You're wrong.
You're gonna go back in time and find it.
If we didn't, then
you're wrong.
We didn't watch that just for
You're
no,
wrong.
we 100%.
No,
way.
watch that for funsies.
No way.
I'm looking it up
You
right
wise
now.
watch for funsies. Look it up. We didn't do it.
She'll find it. She's like
Bloodhound. I show that I might be Nicolas Cage. I might be going insane.
Yeah, seriously.
Because I don't know that at all.
We talked about it.
Nick Cage, Vigor Time. So I know all the same things. Based on a novel, monologue right at the
Burn
beginning.
after watching The Last Airbender
Oh,
1
no.
year ago.
No, it got 5 views, guys. You should watch more. Wow. I must have been very drunk. I don't know.
You confused me.
Very true.
I was like, there's no way I watched that for fucking fun. Okay.
I don't remember anything.
Okay, so first of all, we start the movie with Nicolas Cage narration. I've been an EMT
There's
for
a lot.
so long. Really, but the funny thing is that I honestly feel like he was just like, Nicolas Cage, listen, I just want you to talk into a fucking microphone for like 5 days, and we're gonna turn this into a movie.
I hadn't saved anyone in months.
Yeah.
He said, I was good at my job. That was one of the things he said in the narrative. I was good at my job.
I was good at my job.
What?
Mm.
Okay. And still when Nicolas Cage is using his full southern twang too. and you're like, you're in New York, like trying to fix that a little bit, dude. I'm a New Yorker. Yeah. I'm in New York, and I'm using my twang.
Yeah, I've been an EMT. The job is rough, but
I grew up here.
I feel like
I grew up here, and this is definitely an accent that someone in New York would have.
Yeah. The main streets of New York-ish.
Memphis, New York.
So, immediately, dispatch comes on. It's like, that's fucking Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
Already.
1201. I'm gonna send you to a location. There's a lot of blood or something. I talk too much.
You know, the way a dispatcher speaks in any place.
Yeah.
You'd be fired immediately.
Yeah, all these dispatchers. Actually, I'm not gonna say these dispatchers are terrible. Everyone in this movie is terrible.
It's terrible.
And I don't know, and I'm pretty sure it's the writer's fault.
Yeah.
The actors did a great job, I thought.
Yeah.
But like, just everyone is not.
But
no one's a believable character.
It was like they're all hyper realized characters.
Yeah.
Like it felt like something that was supposed to be on stage, maybe. And because like even the lighting, but everything was so exaggerated. They're like, oh, this is like made for stage.
So
obviously.
I will tell you. So we're watching this movie, and through the whole movie, I'm like, I don't know if I love this movie or I hate this movie.
Yeah,
because
I felt so much.
I did take like multiple film classes. It's true, but we've all watched movies. Like I'm not trying to say I'm better than anyone else, but I really do love the artsy shit that he throws in this movie. Like, his camera angles, I like that stuff. I like the fucking crazy music that was behind, like, every single scene.
By the way, the music is by Elmer Bernstein, by the way. Elmer.
But, like, the soundtrack itself had multiple, like, 90s musicians on it, you know? It's like he tried almost too hard to make this movie, and I kind of fucking love it. Martin Scorsese, I kind of do. I'm just gonna be honest. I kind of love this movie.
Yeah, he had no clue about any kind of protocol for anything.
He didn't care. He didn't
fire
care.
or EMS.
Didn't care. Yeah. No, they just call you and tell you to go a place, right? They call you personally.
Also, they are shocking everyone. Like,
the
whole point.
Though. That makes sense.
The whole point of a defibrillator pad is that you have to have some kind of heart rhythm.
Yeah.
So if you're going boo, there's
seriously.
no shock going on there.
There's no, exactly.
Because you're already dead. Your heart don't work.
It was the 90s, Matt. Everyone.
No, and like something happens in these 3 days.
I cut my finger.
Like, so basically, this is about an EMT working in the middle of summer. It's super hot. He has a few different shifts with a few different other EMTs, and he's like slowly, and it's the full moon, and he's slowly like losing his mind, right? So his first partner is
John Goodman.
Yeah, John Goodman.
Who's getting too old for this shit?
Yeah, exactly.
Who's Larry Pierce.
And they go to save.
It's Frank and Larry Pierce.
They go to save a father in an apartment, and Nicolas Cage like immediately falls in love with the daughter, who is Patricia Arquette. Okay, so I texted Jillian and I was like, "How was Patricia Arquette even a thing?" And she was like, "How is their entire family like ever a thing?" Like,
because David Arquette was a WCW World Champion.
Okay,
right.
Slow your roll, Karen.
Obviously.
Slow down.
So.
Slow down, Jillian.
He was married to, Courtney Cox, so. But, anyway.
He's done two great things in his life.
I did find out that their dad was a producer / director.
Producer, yeah.
Back in the day. So, oh god. Oh god.
Their dad was Harvey Weinstein Arquette.
So, anyway, but Patricia Arquette, was a thing in the late 90s, you guys. She comes out and she's like, "That's my dad, and I'm gonna come to the emergency room with you, and we're gonna start this weird like relationship with each other."
So they're in there, like the mother's like has some kind of like she's dementia or something.
Yeah, they're all crazy.
And he's like, do you have any music? Put some music on.
Something he liked. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Okay, that's definitely not a thing. And they play some Frank Sinatra, which is kind of nice. I like that. Okay. They get him out. They like bring him. They don't bring him out like on any kind of stretcher. He's like in a blanket.
Yeah, seriously.
I was like,
no, I like how they're like, go get the board. It's like you came up 3 flights without a board.
But also like, New York doesn't have any elevators.
Yeah.
The building might not have elevators, but they would have came up with a goddamn board.
Yeah.
If they heard a guy was like had a heart attack,
So they bring him into the emergency room where there's a security guard named Gris, and he speaks in third person because I'm Gris.
Gris, yeah. Do you remember the name of the hospital though?
Mercy.
Our Lady of Perpetual Mercy.
Yeah, but they kept saying Misery. They're like, we're gonna bring her to Misery. Our Lady of Perpetual Misery.
We call our hospital, which is called Bon Secours. We call it Bone Suckers.
Yeah, exactly. So they're coming in and they're bringing this father in, and who do they see but fucking Mark Anthony on a gurney? He's
With
got
long dreads.
the wig.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the wig and
The worst.
the wig.
It's the worst. Yeah.
And he's like, I just want some water. Give me some water. And I won't lie, I think this is my favorite Mark Anthony that I've ever seen, probably. So
I'm trying to think of another.
he was
name.
trying to eat up.
Name
He was
3
eating
other Mark
the
Anthony.
scenery.
Name 2 other.
Eating the scenery.
1 other.
Music videos.
He was in music.
Mark
videos.
Anthony.
I think was he in Romeo Must Die? Anyway.
Maybe.
Yeah, he played Juliet.
I'm a lady in this
Ooh,
one.
yeah.
Could this part have been played much better by John
Leguizamo.
Leguizamo? Yeah.
I know you were hoping for Johnny Legs. You
No.
always are.
We all love Johnny Legs. Like, we prefer Johnny Legs, but Mark Anthony did his best.
He's
Johnny
still
Legs.
knocking out the park
Yeah.
for what he had.
Here's a character. He was flawed because he had an allergy to, like not an allergy, but like some kind of disorder that made him want water.
No, he was.
I think it was drugs.
They found out that he had been shot in the head by some jerks in the neighborhood. And so after that, he was just never the same. And he was addicted to drugs that made him want water. And that's why the doctor was like, you literally can't drink any more water. It's going to kill you because you have so many drugs in your
Guess
system
what?
right
Guess
now.
what he drank though? A lot of water.
Yeah,
he was fine.
and he was fine, I guess. He threw up, maybe? We didn't see that part.
Didn't.
So, can I just say Patricia Arquette's voice sounds like she's always about to cry?
Yeah.
I talk like this all the
I
time,
don't
guys.
think anything ever happens for a reason or not a reason.
These
I'm gonna
bags
do
are
some
terrible.
drugs 'cause I'm
Were these
Patricia
in the
Arquette.
early 90s? They're Also, really her bad. like hair color changed.
It did.
Oh my god.
It did.
And I thought, like, is she like a hallucination?
No,
I
no.
thought-
I was hallucinating. I was
No.
like, what's going
No.
on with her hair color?
But I think that's part of the movie, and that's one of the reasons why I love this movie, is they throw so much crazy shit in there, it's all to throw you off. So yes, at part of the movie...
That must be it. Not that it sucks.
In part of the movie, she has just dark hair. In part of the movie, it's grown out about this much, and she has like a blonde
it's fully
streak
blonde,
through
too,
it. And
you're
then
like-
sometimes it's just, yeah, it's like, what is going on
And you're
with
like,
this
oh,
movie?
they're gonna say like a lot of time has passed, but like, no, it's been like a couple days. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Like, did she unfrost her tips? I don't know what's
No,
going on here.
it was definitely, she
When
had,
I
like,
get
blonde
sad, my hair
growing
turns
in here. It
color.
was
It's like,
insane.
what?
So that first night, they go out to the pier to like catch some sleep. They said it's like 5 or 6 in the morning. 5 or 6 in the morning in the summertime, the sun is out. Like, it's still dark. The timing was all off in this movie. I was like, the sun would be out by now, not at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Like, that was your biggest
Oh yeah,
problem.
the drug.
I know, I did.
What was the drug name though?
Red Dragon.
Red
Death.
Red Death,
Death,
yeah.
Red Death. And it had a little red skull and crossbones.
It did,
Like,
yeah.
oh, that's the drug I want to take. Oh, the one called Red
Who's
Death.
taking Red Death?
It's like it's the only thing worse than that was when fucking George Lucas was like, we'll call the drugs death sticks. Like,
Oh, good.
okay.
Like, nobody
So-
wants those.
So
Come on,
we
man.
meet Tom Sizemore for like a brief moment, and then we get the first respite where...
But we also know like Tom Sargent was gonna be a D-bag.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna be a maniac.
100%.
He's a fucking maniac.
And we were not disappointed.
Yeah, he was immediately...
But not
each
even
of-
just his character.
What
just
was
'cause
Mark
it's Tom
Anthony's
Sizemore.
character's name? I'm trying to remember. Was it something boy or...
Brownell or something like that? No, Noel.
Brownell.
No, okay.
No.
So he's like a jerk to
Also,
Noel right
not a
off
real
the bat.
name. Like, no one has a Gris.
Noel
like, what the fuck?
Fielding is a name. Noel.
No, it's not.
Noel
It's not.
Wiley.
Noel what? Or like Noah.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Damn it. Noel Gallagher. There you go.
I never in the neighborhood knows Noel though.
So the second night, we're on to the second night. The father's still in the hospital, right? He's on a shift with Ving Rhames, who's like this real religious guy, but also like
who, by the way, is the crying man from Sliders. He's just that's
Yeah.
who he is.
yeah.
His character is the complete contradiction of his character. Because he's like, I'm really religious, but also I smoke cigars in the car, and I talk sexy to dispatchers, and
So I think the cigar was actually Ving Rhames' idea because he does cigars a lot in movies, and I think he's just like I need a cigar to chew. That's my thing. Like,
Yeah.
like some people getting their parts by like going back in a room and dressing like Abraham Lincoln. I just need a cigar to chomp on.
Kelsey.
he also
Grammer.
had them up.
Yeah.
When I saw
Kelsey
this,
Grammer, definitely Kelsey Grammer.
when I saw this, the screenshot of this movie, I thought it was Billy D. Williams because Jericho was so fucking
He
beautiful.
did have a sweet.
And he
Jerry
pulled up, I
Curl.
was like, oh, it's fucking Ving Rhames. I was like,
Mhm.
God damn, that Jericho is beautiful. It's like,
No, but
wow.
that's also when we get the first taste of Queen Latifah, and she's supposedly a dispatcher named
Dispatcher Love.
Love.
Dispatcher
Yeah.
Love.
Dispatcher Love. Yeah.
And she's like, I got Holden for you. You better get your fucking ass over there. And he's like, I'm going to hit on you the whole time.
She was a good dispatcher.
She was great.
She was much better than Martin Scorsese.
Okay, we'll go to dispatcher corner here. So, who's your... Was your
like, Martin
favorite?
Scorsese would have fired the second thing he said, probably. Pretty much. I was like, nah, bro. You can't say this shit over radio. This is FCC, bitch.
Hey, you gotta pick up or I'm gonna fire you.
Yeah.
Hey,
guys, I got this thing. If you don't want to take it, you don't have to, though. No, you can't say that shit, man. Like, you go to this. That's the whole point of you dispatching. You go to this.
No, and he'd give descriptors. He'd be like, 428 Riverview, lots of blood.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
No, bro.
Are you there? Like, are you
I
omnipresent? What the hell is happening?
I had a colleague that I'll tell you later, but you can't see that shit on the radio.
Yeah, seriously.
Any of that. I'll tell you later.
Well,
Yeah.
dispatch corner. We'll record though.
I was thinking dispatch corner.
We'll
Yeah,
record it,
exactly.
we'll record
Sure.
But also, I was like,
What the fuck?
like, shut the fuck up.
Tales from the dispatch.
I did throw in there Michael K. Williams because that was the dad from Lovecraft Country, and he dies.
He was in that.
He dies and then like comes
He
back
gets
to
shot,
life,
isn't he?
right? Is he the one who comes? Oh no, that's in the goth bar. Okay, right.
No,
I will say
that guy is a very awesome name. We're not there yet, though.
no, we're not there yet. I will say that Ving Rhames had some great lines. One of which is, "I'm a true coxman and I don't mix my seed." He's talking to a white lady, like, "I don't have sex with white ladies."
Okay, bro.
That was a great line, though.
Shit, you're a lot, man.
Oh wait.
Like, every character is fucking.
He also said,
except for hold up. Every character except for fucking John Goodman's character is over the fucking.
Oh,
top.
and John Goodman does. And John Goodman was probably one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, seriously.
Because it's John Goodman, you're like, oh, it's John Goodman.
He's just being awesome.
But like
and you're
everybody's
okay.
so fucking over the top, it's like hard to watch the thing. Like it's like
I loved it at one
because
point.
it was absurdist.
Yeah.
What I love, so what's the main character's name?
Frank Pierce.
Frank Pierce.
Larry Pierce. Sorry.
Is
Larry Pierce.
Is Larry the? Oh god, now
No,
I'm
Frank.
confused.
His name
Frank.
is Frank.
Yeah, Frank. Yeah,
I mixed their names up here.
Okay.
Larry
So
is.
Frank-
Larry's
So
John
what I love is that Frank is telling Ving Rhames' character about like what he's going through. He's like, I'm seeing him. He's like, the ghost. He's like, I'm seeing the ghost. And he's like, and he says to him, he goes, again, he has the greatest line. You ever notice that people who see shit are crazy? I'm just like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
You added to that scene, pal.
Okay.
Thanks for giving me that line.
Great.
Bing Rhames was working with what he had. Okay.
By the way, you said the dad from Lovecraft Country died. I said Omar died. Like, Omar's coming! And he's like, oh, he's dead. Oh, no.
Omar. Man. So, we keep coming back to, what was, what's her
we
face's
got
name?
a bunch of just shitty Nicolas Cage monologues that were definitely, like, ripped right from the book in here. And, like, he's like,
Mary
once I
Burke.
couldn't feel the earth.
Yeah.
God has passed through you. The god of hellfire is not around. And, like, you're like,
No, he had
what?
sorry if I spit on you. He had like fucking tinfoil on his
Acid.
windows. And I'm like, is that because he doesn't have air conditioning that's like to reflect the sunlight back out? Like it's the middle of like I had no idea
it
what
was
was
a
going on.
guys,
Curtain.
New York in the 90s was a different place. It was
Because he's
like
super
Mad
poor,
Max.
even though he worked
Yeah.
150 hours a week.
Yeah, like,
So-
what kind of pay you getting, dude? Like, jeez.
So he saved this lady's dad. He goes back to her apartment to like get. Oh, he gives her multiple rides in this movie, by the way.
Multiple?
Yeah,
Oh,
he actually don't
ambulance.
fucking
Yeah,
do this.
I mean, you
yeah.
fucking do that.
Come on.
No!
You don't give people rides in
100%
the squad
no.
cars. In the squad cars? Come on.
No. Can't fucking do
You've
that.
seen that now. This is not new.
I'm just looking at this. I'm like, what?
But she's like wearing.
Again, the 90s were a different time in New York.
It's
Yes.
but it's supposed to be the middle of summer. She's wearing like a cardigan and like long skirts in this whole
But also,
movie.
you can't like claim that you're super busy and then be giving people rides.
Yeah.
home.
Yeah,
Sure.
seriously.
Like, that was the thing.
No.
I was like, okay, so he's so busy on every call, he can't fall asleep.
Yeah.
He just gives someone a ride back
Yeah,
to the
no.
fucking
No,
house.
then
in New York City?
he's like, oh, let's
In
get a
Manhattan?
pizza, and he's like hitting on her, and he looks like straight
Oh,
garbage.
yeah, he does. She looks like all the trash.
Yeah.
Like he's dying
Like, he
inside.
His eyes are dead.
He
Yeah.
looks like he was just bitten by a vampire. Like, he just looks like shit.
Like he's in the middle of turning.
Like he's like, I'm about to turn into a werewolf. You're like, okay. that
And
makes
it's like,
sense.
that's really high.
So he gets called on a call, and it's at like a crack house. So it's kind of creepy. They're like going up these dark stairs, and they're like, "What the fuck are we coming into?" And it's two supposed virgins, but this woman is having twins. Which, by the way, like you look down, and there's two sets of legs coming out. First of all, all,
Oof.
one twin is
That's
already
so
coming
bad.
out wrong. One twin's already like you don't come
Reach.
But
out
also
first
the other
with two
twin's coming
at
out.
the same
Okay,
goddamn
hey,
time.
fuck you! I came out breach.
I know you
Fuck
did.
you.
I know you did, and
Hey, you heard it here
I
first.
know you
She
were the
hates
second
breach
one.
babies.
But Mike, but we didn't come down the slide at the same fucking time.
No, yeah.
That's crazy.
you
Get your
literally
ass out.
no, that
Crazy
wasn't
shit.
insane. She was like this big, and it was like two babies coming out at the same. No, that
Like,
doesn't
there's
happen.
3 feet.
It
There's
doesn't
like there's
happen.
3
Oh my
feet.
god.
That must
You,
be
it
twins.
was fucked up. It was fucked up.
I'm also from New York still.
You know why you guys came out breach? Because you were like doing
No,
like
I
fucking.
came head first.
You were
did.
no, that's what
Yeah,
I
I was kicking his
mean.
ass
You
out.
came out that
I
way,
kicked him
and
in
then
the
yeah,
ass.
you guys were like doing foot wars, like
Yeah.
you were like, get
he
out of
went-
here.
He went, I feel like he went down like an Indiana Jones, like
Yeah.
Oh.
I gave him a dead leg too. He came out and he's holding his leg. I
Yeah.
gave him a dead leg.
He had a hat on, he had a fedora.
Your poor mother.
That's
I
what
did-
people,
I was
people say
wearing
that to
fedora.
this day.
That's true that I was wearing a fedora.
People say that to this day, though.
He was
Poor
wearing a
mother.
fedora.
No, your
Yeah.
poor mother.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah,
40 years
this,
of us.
This movie doesn't get any less weird,
No, it gets worse.
I
That's
was
what I
like-
love about it.
Tom Sizemore's character comes in.
and you're like,
Oh, God.
oh
Hard.
no! And, wait, and like every night he's on, and like he's like he's so like, you're late again. I'll fire you tomorrow. And that's a running joke.
No. Let's talk about his
Like,
boss.
Okay.
Let's talk about his boss. Because he's trying to get fired this whole time.
And he's like, you should fire me right
But his
now.
boss is like, I'm going to give you a raise.
Yeah.
Instead, it's like, what the fuck is going on?
You hear? I don't care if you're not on time because half the people don't show
Well,
up. So you better
everyone
work
else
now.
is called in, like,
Yeah.
or crashed the fucking shop. Like he fucking
He
crashed.
wasn't on top
He
of
flipped an ambulance. You can't even do that. It's not a thing. I was like, what the fuck is
That was
happening?
being
No,
Really
and they
fucked
both
up,
got
didn't
up and just walked away from
Yeah.
the ship.
No!
Yeah.
But I still was like, nope, somebody hurt bad.
And then Ving Rhames just called in. He wasn't
Okay.
even fired for that.
even if
So-
you had a seatbelt, you'd be hurt bad
Yeah.
in that crash.
So
You
he
had to
just
flip,
walks
you would
away.
fall.
Yeah. So Ving Rhames gets really excited because they delivered these babies. Ving Rhames' twin lives.
Yeah, he lives in his.
Nicolas
and Nicolas
Cage's
Cage is
twin.
giving his bloody baby
Yeah.
mouth to mouth.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
The
that's
second-
not happening in New
That
York
was the
City
second.
nowadays.
He said earlier in the movie he'd given one baby mouth to mouth. That was
Yeah.
that was
Well,
last.
see,
Yeah.
he knew. That way you're not like, he doesn't know how to do that.
So
And-
Ving
oh, I set a
Rhames is
precedence.
excited because his baby lived and he's like feeling really good because he like saved a baby. So he crashes this ambulance and they just fucking walk
And, like,
away from it.
Absurdity.
Yeah.
He went like cocaine
Yeah.
rage for like
What the
a second.
fuck?
It was like
Whoa! And it's
So
like-
Nicolas Cage walks away. That's his second night of supposed sleep, but not really. So then he finds her again in the morning, and she's going to an apartment to visit a friend. She has to visit a friend.
Okay,
and
a
he's like,
friend.
I'll
Okay,
come
So
with
the
you.
preface to this is Patricia Arquette's already said she's a recovering drug addict in
Yeah.
practice.
Sure.
The character Mary. I'm sorry, Mary.
Mary
Um,
Burke, yes.
yeah.
Not Patricia
His last-
Arquette. She might be a drug addict. I don't know.
The only other, there's only
No
five
judgments.
people with last names in this movie, by the way. One is her, Mary Burke. One is him, Frank Pierce. The other is, we'll get to. We're almost there.
Gris. Gris is just
Nope.
his one
No,
name.
it's gotta be a drug dealer, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
All right.
Cy Coates has
Oh,
two
no,
names,
actually, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. This was four people.
Yeah.
and he was
Cy
my
Coates.
favorite character.
My favorite character has a great name.
Okay,
about it,
so she's already said she was a recovering drug addict, then all of a sudden she's going to meet a friend, and you can tell, like, the immediate setup for this is she's going to get drugs.
Yeah, she's hurting. You can see it. She's
He's
like itching
oh,
for it.
okay, I'll go with
Yeah.
you or something.
She's in like a really bad mood, and she's like, "Why don't you leave me alone? But also come with me, please." Like, and I'm just visiting this friend, but I've seen this
In a
friend
shitty
before, but I need
neighborhood.
to go into the
Oh, never mind. We're actually past the part where the other guy was. Jeez, you guys are
What
so
guy?
bad. We forgot about the drug, the guy that died in the goth club.
Oh, be banging, Mo bang, I be banging.
I.B. Bangin'. That's what they call him. He had a different name.
That is his real name.
I'm going
is
to call
I.B.
you I.B. Bangin'.
No, that is his name in the credits as well, though.
Yeah, but they gave him a name. He's like,
Yeah,
oh, his
yeah.
name's Frederick. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm going to call him I.B.
I.B.
Bangin'.
Yep.
Yeah,
That seems actually quite funny.
Yeah,
and he like saves his kid's life by doing like a prayer circle.
Yeah.
But no, he
But
didn't say
because-
it's like, because
Well,
he'd already
he
shown
showed
him
the
the
drugs,
adrenaline.
yeah,
Exactly.
He hit him with the adrenaline,
He's
it's like,
like,
okay,
"Come
ready,
back."
go.
No,
It's
he
like,
tricks all of them
This
into like,
movie
That's pretty
is
great.
really just about lying to people that
Yeah.
are sick.
yeah.
And I was like, is that a thing?
it is in the EMT business. Yes.
They're like, "Oh, just do this, but
And
let's
business
it'll
is
be
good.
magic." Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to
Okay, sorry.
to the friend
I digress.
who ends up being a drug den, of course. And
But the best drug den you'd ever
It was
want to go
I
to,
go there,
right?
yeah.
Like, he has all these
Seems very
beds.
safe.
He gives you stuff,
very
you
safe.
just sleep. I got it.
Seems very safe.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm not mad at you, Wes.
Well, he basically is like, you come here to
What is
rest.
she
Yeah,
even eating? I don't even know. Yogurt? What is
you
this,
got
yogurt?
it. Yeah, with salty pretzels.
Brogurt.
Okay.
It's Brogurt. It's stew flavored.
Bro. Gross.
Man flavor.
Okay,
Yeah, so
no,
he goes into this drug den.
it's
So Mary
chill.
goes in first. She takes the drug. She's out. She's sleeping. So then,
He comes up and
Sai-
says, I'm gonna save her.
yeah, and Sai's like, listen, dude, you need to sleep.
Sai, that's
Let
right.
me give you this
Side
drug.
coats.
And you're just gonna chill. My girlfriend's gonna give you some water, and you're
She
just
gives him all
gonna
a
chill.
massage and
Yeah,
shit,
and like look at my fish, and you're just gonna be super cool. Except he does have first he kind of dark trips, but then it like gets nicer, and he's like, oh, I'm helping people.
But he also screams
Yeah,
because he's
exactly.
Nicolas
and
Cage.
freaks out,
He's like, it's in my contract.
and he freaks out and like fucks the place up and runs out, right?
With her over his shoulder.
But yeah, he does grab her and
He's
take
like,
her.
let
with
it go.
Yeah.
He's like, let it go.
Let him go.
Yeah.
Let him go.
Cliff Curtis, guys.
So- Oh my
Just-
god, so good. That's
Okay.
the kind of drug dealer I'd want to be. Like, just come and
Also,
just
guys,
hang out there.
another fucking alum from The Wire's in this. Sonia San is in this.
Yes, yeah.
Which I was like, I love her.
Mhm.
She's gorgeous and she's beautiful and she's a great actress. And I was like,
So he
Well,
takes her back to her
Too bad they're
apartment
dead.
where she's just
Yeah,
like,
spoilers.
yeah, so she takes her back to his apartment where she's like, are you gonna fuck me? Everybody else does.
Yeah, so like, everything else was, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
like also
Calm
not
the
the thing
fuck
you
down.
slow your goddamn roll.
Yeah, jeez.
You want to fuck me? Everyone else has.
I was
Literally
like,
the line she said.
okay, can you calm down?
I was like, okay,
No, also,
guys, but
this
it's okay
week, can I
because-
just say,
okay.
this
Okay,
is
I'm
my
gonna
most
keep talking
hated
about
and
Nicolas
most
Cage,
angry
though.
part of this movie is
Okay.
they come home to her house and she has a giant fucking dog.
That's right.
Okay,
that dog
who's
loves
been
Nicolas
walking
Cage.
their dog since
The
you've
dog's
been
shitting
gone
all
at
over
the
that
fucking
place.
He
ER?
took a shit in
Yeah,
our
seriously.
apartment.
Who has been taking care of your giant goddamn dog that no one in New York would
Hopefully
allow
my
in
friend
an
named
apartment?
Susie.
Seriously. Sorry, I just
The dog
got
was
really
just
upset
shit all
about the
over.
dog.
So Nicolas Cage wakes up and he washes his face with 3 kinds of soap. One that smells like each season.
Yeah, the different
All 3
seasons.
soaps, like, they smell like different seasons.
There's only 3
But
seasons.
this one
apparently.
is so-
So yeah, I was gonna say, there's 4. When I heard that, I was like, there's 4 seasons.
But I was also like, which season are they missing then?
Uh-huh.
That was it.
Is that a sign or
Yeah, like,
something?
was it
Yeah.
They didn't say. They didn't
Was
say.
it fall? Was it summer?
I
never
think
know.
it was like fall, winter, and
But
spring.
you know, one's Irish
not
Spring. One's
summer.
got to be Irish Spring.
Yeah.
Right? Like one of
Well,
them.
it's gotta be spring. It's gotta be like a coconut, like,
And like they
like
were
a Bay
like
Rum
fancy
type,
looking.
you know?
There was
Yeah.
like a red like ball looking like there's a very knobbly looking soap. There was this fun.
it was stupid.
It's good.
So
times.
he goes back to the hospital.
Definitely something from the novel directly. Though.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So he goes back to the hospital where he goes to visit her dad, and her dad, like, from the grave,
He's like,
starts
well, he's not
speaking
dead.
to
He's
her.
just psychically talking to him.
Yeah.
He's already been kind of hearing
He's
a
that
little bit of
fucked
weird
up.
voices to the movie,
Yeah.
but now he's like
And
full
when
on
seeing
hearing.
that same
the
person
dead
that
guy
voice.
like keeps showing her face, like, "Ah, you
Which-
let me die."
yeah,
When-
that thing
so-
is fucking old. I'm
What
like,
I didn't
okay,
realize,
got
oh
it.
my god, Rose, her face
Yeah.
everywhere, right? But I totally remembered
Cool.
at this point that the guy who plays the dad is Cher's uncle in Moonstruck, which
Oh,
is also
good,
with Nicolas
finally.
Cage, and
Yeah,
they're
I
in it
realized
together.
that same thing at the
It's
same
like 3
time.
degrees of Nicolas Cage.
Whatever, that's a great movie and I love it. It's the one romantic comedy that I love, like, in the whole world. So,
What? Okay, we're gonna
Except
watch
for
it.
Love Actually, she loves Love Actually.
oh my god,
Uh,
fuck that
Actually,
bullshit.
Max, love, comma, actually.
Love, actually.
Observe the
Actually.
fucking comma.
Yeah,
Observe the
sure.
fucking comma, okay?
So yeah, the dad's basically like, I want to die. Like, he's like from the grave, like, please
Well,
don't
yeah,
let them
but
keep me
you-
alive.
You skipped the best part because this is where
Oh, God.
because before he gets there, he teams up with fucking Tom Sizemore.
yeah.
this is
Yeah,
his
you missed all Tom
And also, Tom
No,
Sizemore is
he
just
sees-
Tommy.
No, he
He's
sees
Tommy.
the
Yeah,
dad
he sees it-
first, and then he goes to, and then he works with Tom.
No, he
Sizemore,
gets
so.
he gets with Tom Sizemore. Tom Sizemore drive. They stop at the hospital. They don't explain why, and
Yeah.
that's when he sees the dad.
Mhm.
I saw because I was like, what the why is
Yeah.
Because Tom Sizemore, like, we need to do stuff. We need to do stuff. And they're like, we need to do something. And they
Yeah,
stop at
he's
the
like
hospital,
on cocaine.
They're like,
Actual
What?
actor, not the character.
Yeah.
and like,
Actor.
why? Okay, why are we stopping at the hospital if like everyone needs to do stuff?
Seriously.
What? Okay, and then they're like, and he's like looking, like his eyes are moving towards
Yeah.
him, and like, oh, he's responding with his eyes, and you're like, okay, cool. I don't
So-
think this is a thing.
No, so they go back out again, and he's like fucking exhausted at this point. He puts a goddamn IV
Been
in
there.
himself.
He's like all the
Yeah.
black.
Yeah.
with B12.
Yeah, he does like his
Guarana or
own
something
mix
like
of
that.
like vitamins, and they're both like,
Echinacea.
I got echinacea here.
and they're both like ready. They're like, we need to do something. We gotta do something. And
He
Tom
also says,
Sizemore.
he goes, I'm sick, I need a cure. And that's
Yeah.
when he goes and shoots himself up.
Yeah, seriously, like
That's not
what
how
the
you
fuck?
cure
You're
yourself.
gonna put
I
some
don't
like
get-
Also,
morphine
is
in
that
there
something
too?
that's in an ambulance? Just
Yeah, like
B12?
just B12 just sitting there. Like,
It's like, I need some ginkgo biloba.
Yeah,
You're
like,
well, okay.
oh, good thing we got that on tap. Like,
Yeah.
what's happening?
So they're like, oh, get out there, and Tom Sizemore goes like, we like our coffee bloody. We want blood.
Let's
Give
have
us some
fun.
blood.
He's like, come on, Frank. There's blood spilling in the streets. Let's
get
have
some
fun.
blood.
He's losing his shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
dude,
Get
calm
out
the
of there.
fuck
Yeah.
down,
Don't
man.
be there. Don't be there.
Just
Whoa.
walk away. Just
We
walk
got-
away.
We had a cool Nicolas Cage monologue about suicide.
hmm
We get
That was like full blown Nicolas Cage
yeah,
at that point.
yeah.
It's
And
like,
you're like, thanks. You're like, thank you for
Yeah,
that.
I'm ready for
I
this.
needed that at that
Yes,
point. I was
we're
like,
ready.
This movie is killing me. Give me something. Crazy Nick Cage, because it's in
Yeah.
a writer. It's in a writer. Some people
And
want some people want the yellow M&Ms. He just
No.
wants to be. He's like, I gotta go crazy.
Yeah.
What's there?
Yeah.
He's like, okay.
he's the tan M&Ms,
Yeah.
the one that aren't there anymore.
Like,
but
don't.
they were, like,
Like
amazing.
just find them
Yeah.
motherfuckers. You're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Give them to me. So Nick Cage has to go back to the drug dealer's apartment because they were attacked by like a rival gang or something. They went to jump off of the one like balcony, landed on the other balcony. The one big guy, I can't remember the
He
character's
broke both
name.
his
He
legs.
broke both his legs. Just so Tom Sizemore's all like, he's like, I'll take care of that guy, and he has to take care of Psycho who fucking impaled himself. I mean, kind of luckily because it didn't hit any major organs. And he didn't go all the way over, but he like
Also,
impaled
ow.
himself. And so they have to cut him off of the like
which
the
makes sense. That
guardrail
makes sense,
to bring him into the hospital. So what I don't understand in this scene, it's a great scene, I'll give you that. But Nicolas Cage is
Okay.
the only
Give us
person
that, thank you.
holding this guy's weight. Like really, they're gonna cut this guy's weight away. One guy's
Well,
holding
they
on
do
him. That's
explain.
it.
They do explain
Okay.
this a little bit because first of all, it actually physically shows them drilling holes in the wall, like clipping themselves into
They did
the
clip
wall.
him into it. Yeah,
And
exactly.
so the drug dealer starts falling after they cut him out, and he's like, "Whoa!" And they can do this very exciting scene where they have to pull him up, and he's like, "You forgot." He's like, "What about me?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, we forgot to clip you in." The police just like, "We forgot to clip you
Also,
in."
that would have fucking
They
hurt,
only clipped
dude.
in the EMT
First of all,
and not
catching
the...
Cliff with
Yeah.
a piece of metal in him would have already hurt his arms, but then he lands on the broken ass metal.
Oh yeah,
I was
and he's
oh,
over the
fuck.
side
Yeah.
too.
Like,
and,
fuck
yeah.
hey, I'm looking at the
But yeah, he's pretty much invincible, right?
Yeah,
Like,
apparently.
obviously.
he's like,
he walked out of the
you know what?
the ambulance.
You know what it is though? It's the B12.
Yeah, I think it's the
Like,
ginkgo
he's
biloba
yeah.
he took.
He's like, the cure's not
Yeah.
working.
he
So,
hit up
but
that guarana.
he's...
Oh, also,
there's
okay,
two-
so wait, we missed one random, really important thing. So when they're going to the scene, there's a fucking just white horse walking around.
Oh, yeah.
There's a fucking horse
Oh,
walking
yeah,
around.
under the bridge. Yeah.
what
and
the
that
fuck
one
was
scene-
that about?
Because he's
What is that?
Because he's going crazy.
Yeah, he's
I was
that's
going
why-
crazy.
That's why I love this movie. This is when, and
She
this
didn't
is...
tell me this.
I
actually.
started to get
So
excited.
I'm like, what the
But
fuck
this is
going
when-
on?
Why is there a white horse?
This is when I'm like, he starts using like weird angles, like in one scene,
The
one
Tom
guy will be
Sizemore.
like totally
And
like,
then
but the other guy will be like up,
Nicolas
like he's
Cage
going
was
up the
talking
hill.
to Tom Sizemore. Tom Sizemore when
And
he was
they're like,
facing
I'm
him.
totally different, and I'm
Yeah.
like, he's doing this because you're like fucking going nuts.
Tom Sizemore
like,
was talking to Nicolas
I'm
Cage,
not
and they
sure
be on
what's
a regular
happening
angle.
here.
See, what was disappointing for me was that Nicolas Cage didn't go crazy though. He was okay.
Yeah,
He
then
was-
he's okay.
he was maintaining. That's the whole point.
This movie would have been so much better if Nicolas Cage just.
But I think
fucked
the
off.
point,
Yeah.
I think the point
He
is
kinda
that you
did. He
get
broke a
pushed
window.
and pushed and pushed. So he saves this guy, right? He goes back to the hospital where Mary is again, and he says that infamous line. He says, "Mary, we're all dying, Mary Burke," because he's like, we're all fucked up. Like everyone's fucked up.
I slowly
yeah,
jumped off
exactly,
in this scene. I was
exactly,
like, okay.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, cool, man.
So
Also, they backlit the shit out of him in these
I
later
know.
scenes, especially
It's
when
insane.
because Tom Sizemore wanted to beat up fucking Noel, Mark Anthony's character. He wanted to kill him. I guess he was trying to kill him basically. And so you got to help me kill him. He's like, okay, because I'm
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
So-
I'll help you.
no, so they decide they're gonna chase this poor guy who's just clearly mentally ill, right?
Yeah,
So they chase him through the streets, and I wrote in here, I said, Mark Anthony is eating up scenery, something I would never imagine saying. Like, he is trying his hardest. He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm Mark Anthony. And I'm so, yeah. Exactly. So, he comes upon Tom Sizemore just beating the shit out of Mark Anthony. And he realizes, he's like, this isn't right. Like, something's fucked up here. I've gone too deep. I've gone too far down the rabbit hole or something, and he's like, I'm gonna save him.
Lots of reds and blacks.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going full like, ooh,
definitely.
Is it going to be the devil
yeah,
or
the
the
lighting
angel?
is very, yeah.
Look, he's got these angel backlit, but the
no,
devil
definitely,
is
it
here.
feels like they're underground, but they're doing just in an alley. It's insane,
like, it's
right?
really like fucking directing 101. No offense, Martin Scorsese. A little bit on the
Okay,
nose.
so this actually, well, I will say, and this reminds me of Dracula 2000, which is the Francis Ford Coppola Dracula movie, which employs so many ridiculous like movie making tactics that it reminds me of this anyway. Okay. But so I wrote here, I said, feeling like I went through a whole crazy ass night shift. Like that's basically the point. The movie's supposed to make you feel like you've gone through this.
What
with
was
them.
this movie about?
Guys, we're not there yet because
God.
one more great
yes.
celebrity appearance, guys. Judy Reyes, Matt. Carla from Scrubs.
Yes.
Is in the morgue.
She goes, oh, it's a chick from Scrubs.
Yeah. That's what I was like, yeah.
Yep.
Carla
well,
Reyes.
it wasn't the morgue because the dad was still
ICU,
alive.
sorry, ICU,
it was ICU.
ICU.
Yes. And she was like, oh, he's over here. And he's like, I'm going to kill you because you've been asking me to kill you.
Which, by the way, is very premeditatedly prepared for this.
Yeah.
Like, if he was caught, he would be arrested for
100%
murder.
Yeah. First degree murder.
He took the guy's electrodes and just put them on his own body, which he already had set up.
He took his breathing tube, which is it was a breathing tube
down his throat. Yeah.
When he pulled out, there was no tube. It was just like the mouthpiece, like it was like a CPAP or something. He put that in his mouth. I was like, like that's not what he's breathing with. He needs that all the way down his throat. That's all he's breathing air. I was like, okay.
Also, do you remember how many times they said they had given him
17.
big shot? 17 fucking times.
17.
What?
Yeah, I was like,
your skin wouldn't even be skin anymore.
Seriously.
You know why though? Because the family said they have to keep him alive.
Yeah, we want him alive. We're good Cat Club people, and you know we don't just let people die. Apparently, that's Catholic.
Well, he died.
He was murdered. Like Nicolas Cage murdered him.
He wanted to die though.
Okay?
Yeah.
What was the moral of this story, guys?
That even if you're a crazy EMT, you can fall in love with a
and get some
patient's
boob
daughter.
pillows. And also the boob pillows.
Yeah,
and
the lighting. Yes, no, the end is very so much symbolism, so much symbol. I wrote at the end. I said, I think I love this movie.
I didn't write that.
I was waffling a lot. I did fall asleep during this movie, so I had to watch it.
I can see that.
I didn't hate this movie, but I definitely felt like I was like, I don't even understand.
I felt like I should have taken a drug and I didn't take it.
Like nobody
yes.
felt like nobody.
Maybe
Yeah,
you should rewatch it
with drugs.
With drugs.
Guys, you know what? You guys think?
With smoking drugs.
Guys, we'll each take a different drug and watch this movie.
Like, ooh, I got some B12 and
I'll get
Guarana
some
in my
morphine.
veins.
And I will take black tar heroin.
Yeah.
And then watch the movie.
I mean, that's close to morphine, though. It's not.
Right,
oh, okay.
exactly.
Then I'll take cocaine.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
I'm cool. I don't need the cocaine.
The Tom Sizemore of our live watch.
Hey, let's
Would you like a coffee?
I want some blood. Some blood. Let's have a rub with blood.
The problem is Tom Sizemore was just on cocaine, and they're like, cut. Tom, you're supposed to read the lines. Like, I did read the fucking lines. Where were I at?
Okay, we'll just keep it. All right, fine. Yeah, because the weird part about his character too is that like he was like, I want blood, and he's like, but I also want to save these people, and you're like,
I don't know what. I have no clue what his character motivation was at all.
I don't believe you. Yeah. I don't believe you.
He was like violent. I don't know.
For no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Well, because he was bored. He wanted to like help people, kind of. So if there was no one to help, he wanted to cause
just like real EMTs.
In the 90s,
just like a real EMT. You try to kill people.
Okay, would you burn this movie?
Yes.
No, I like this movie. I like
100%. I burn this movie.
I think I would like.
I will never fucking watch this movie.
Like slowly just watch it, like burn.
I won't make you watch it again.
I will never watch it.
I put that in there, Brendan.
I definitely thought less of
never
I
watch
won't make
Bringing
you
Out
watch
the
it
Dead.
again.
I definitely thought the same of Nicolas Cage. I'm never going to think badly of him, but I thought less of Martin Scorsese for this. Because I feel like
this
he
Nicolas
used
Cage,
a lot of like real, unless this is like his first movie. Like I felt like he used like a lot of like this is like I just got out of college. These are my college tricks I learned.
No. This was
Okay.
way after he was at that age.
Yeah, that's what I'm
This
saying.
was like
No, that's what I'm saying.
over
Like,
his
I was like,
peak.
no.
okay.
This was before he had an Oscar nomination.
What?
So he was
And
trying
didn't deserve
super
one.
hard in the
And
late
didn't deserve one.
'90s
And
to
didn't
get
deserve
an
it.
Oscar
Yeah.
nomination.
No.
Yeah.
Didn't deserve it. I was like, this
movie
is
was shit.
Bad movie.
I think that he leaned into Nicolas Cage like nobody's business.
But you should have though. That was correct. That was correct choice. Everything else so bad.
No, but I think he fully immersed himself in the spirit of Nicolas Cage.
At least
And
it
as much
wasn't
as we
Tom
all love
Sizemore that
Nicolas
killed
Cage,
someone.
But then he was like, "Who should I?" The dynamic, crazy personality.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage. Who should I play off him?
John
Patricia
Goodman,
Arquette.
John Goodman, Patricia
Tom
Arquette,
Sizemore.
Tom Sizemore, and Ving Rhames.
Well, Tom Sizemore was the other one that kind of maxed
We
up.
have the meat.
Also, yeah, like also insane. Ving Rhames is like cool. I like Ving Rhames' character.
I like
per
Ving
se.
Rhames is probably my favorite character in the movie.
Yeah. I
really
mean,
honest.
Mark Antony is my favorite, but
Mark,
so.
I did love Mark.
I love.
Anthony.
Also, like there was so much blood on people's faces and mouths.
Oh my
in
god,
this.
we didn't even talk about his face like
Like,
bathed
you have
in
AIDS.
blood.
You have
Bathed
fucking
in
Nicolas
blood.
Cage routinely had someone else's
Like,
blood
you
splattered on his
have-
uniform.
AIDS. You have AIDS.
Yeah, early '90s.
That's how it works.
Splattered.
Hepatitis or AIDS,
Just
or both,
splattered.
or hepatitis AIDS. A mixture of those.
And he's just
two.
walking around for hours with blood
Like, that's
splattered on him.
fine. I get blood in my mouth.
Like, at
all
least
the time.
wash your goddamn face.
It tastes good, like blood.
God damn it.
No, stop.
Burn this
Guys.
movie.
Nancy Reagan will tell you it's the gay people's.
Well, that's the thing. I think none of them were gay.
Hey,
so
guys,
okay.
burn this movie. She won't say it, but I'll say
I
it.
love this
Burn it.
movie. I'll watch this again with Jillian.
Stay classy, guys.
Bye bye.